So on these new videos that I just made, understanding the psychology and just very small amounts of things. You don't need to know these big words that you see online, like people saying like, "Oh, you have this disorder" or all this stuff. Like, no, that if you're curious in that stuff and you want to learn more about it and you enjoy learning more about it, yeah, go do therapy. Learn yourself. Learn how to, why you do certain things, why you do this. But you can do so much of that on your own. I mean, just learning the basic stuff on, like, say like you go out and, for example, like one thing I do, sometimes I look down at my feet when I walk, and it's just a sign of like not being confident or not, having insecurity or, things like that. Like, just understanding that, and like on a normal day you go out and you're like, why do I do this? And just trying to figure out like, oh, maybe, why do I feel nervous before I go in the store? Oh, you start researching, you start digging into, like, oh, I have social anxiety, or I have this sort of thing, or this sort of thing. And I just think it's important for people to understand, like, it's okay to read into things that you feel like, and understand that you're feeling reasons for everything. I mean, it's not always just like, oh, that's just how I am, that's just who I am. You might dig in and you might start liking it. Some people get scared because they don't want to know, they don't want to, this and that. But I just think it's important for people to go in and research stuff. I mean, you don't need to spend like hours researching all this stuff, but just like going in and figuring out the basic stuff. And like, if something's really bothering you, or something that you really hate that you don't, for example, like me, I have anxiety. Like, everything I go do, I am nervous to do, so that's like one of those things where it's like I notice it every single day, and so I'm gonna go in and research it and be like, why do I do this, or why do I do that? And it's just understanding those small things, I just think is so important, because I just don't think a lot of people understand. A lot of people are just like, oh, that's just how I am. So if there's signs that you feel, say there's something that's bothering you, or something that you don't like, that you just can't get over and you struggle with it a lot, go and research it, go look into it, and go see like, oh, is this something that, I could, work on, or is this something that I can do? You don't need to go do therapy. I mean, yeah, I would be fully supportive of doing therapy. Therapy's great, but it costs money, and a lot of people, don't want to do therapy, and you don't need to. But I just think it's important for people to look into some of these feelings that they're having, just to improve like their mental health, and just understand that there is ways to help yourself out in this side of life, not just the aspect of, working out and becoming healthy, but the mental health part too is super important. So if you feel something and you don't understand it, just look it up. ChatGPT 2026, guys. I look up ChatGPT stuff all the time. It'll tell you in 2 seconds. It's easy. So if you feel something that something that's bothering you and you're curious, take this video as a sign to just type it in quick, take 10 seconds out of your day, and maybe just learn something about yourself.